Bitcoin rules the markets, the crypto markets. We're seeing Ethereum moving up higher. But can Bitcoin give us an indicator as to where we're going with Stellar XLM? We need to have a look at the Bitcoin market and see where it's going and where it's likely to drag the rest of the market either up or down. Let's find out. Nathan, TA Today, please.
Okay, guys. Right, thanks for that, Nathan. Today, as you can see, Bitcoin struggled to break above and hold above the 50-day moving average, breaking down here to, as you can see, our current price, which is $21,095. But what I want you to know is that on the previous breakdown, from the previous bear flag, I guess you could call it, which is, let's see if we can get a pen and draw that. Then, on the previous bear flag, can I draw that? I'll do. So you can see we've got two consecutive bear flags there, which are really good indicators as to where this market could be going. The structure of the second bear flag is somewhat bigger in terms of its flag length, but it's possible it could do the same thing. And really, when we talk about where the price could be going, there are several indicators. Okay, one which is conflicting, which is a difficult one to navigate at this point here. We've got the 200-week that's crossed with the 50-day moving average. Doesn't really mean anything. I mean, what we're looking for is a golden cross, which is the 50-day moving average moving with the 200-day moving average convergence, them crossing together, and that's a golden cross. But what we want to see, really, I say golden cross. Look, we got this golden cross right here, and you can see because the 200-day is below the 50-day moving average, the golden cross, that's an indicator that we're still going to move down. And if you see here, we got the 50-day moving crossing the 200-day moving average a couple of times, and it moves with that cross. So that indicates to us that, okay, we're moving up and we're moving down. But here they're quite far apart, so there's no sign of that at the moment. But if we get another leg down, that will draw us closer to that mark there, where we could be then looking at a cross. But the problem is that we've got only really a 75% move down at the moment, which doesn't really bring us into it doesn't really bring us to our full 80 to 87% move down before we get a reversal. That's just one indicator to let us know whether or not we've hit the price target. It's still only really 70% down at the moment, whereas Bitcoin took some time on previous retracements to move down to its full retracement, which is typically around 84%. All right, so it's clear with all of these retracements, we need to be seeing an 80% move down before we start to move up. This retracement is still inside the previous swing high, so we're not really including this. So before we get a new all-time high, we have to rely on our previous swing high, which is here up at 20,000. But before that, back in where are we now? 2014, I believe. And you can see that our previous swing low. Let me get that. Yeah, to there was a retracement of, again, 85% there. So I'll do that again. 85%, 88%. So I mean, you know, we're really got to be seeing those retracements before we see a new all-time high. And at the moment, as I say, this is the strong indicator to me that we may be seeing another move down, and the potential is on the next leg to move down to, if we go 88% down from its previous all-time high, we're looking at about $7,000 to $10,000 in that range for Bitcoin. $7,000 to $10,000 for Bitcoin. And so if we look at the percentage moves of each of these flags and assume that we'll have consecutive moves in threes, so 3 black crows if you like, moving down of equal length, then I'll take that from this measurement here, because that's where our pole is. From there, which is about 37%, and then from here, which is about, can't see that, which is around, should be able to see that now, 40%, so it's roughly the same. So we go, because it's so oversold at the moment, if we go 40% from our previous, and let's assume that we're going to get a flagpole from here, so if we go another 40% down, we're looking at around 15,000 potentially. But if we take it from the bottom of that flag point rectangle, which is there, and go down 40%, yeah, we're looking at about 10,000. So in that range between sort of 8 and 10,000 is where we can expect the price to go if we see another flag down. But the argument against that, that we've already found the bottom, is that we've got a fractal that says it's completed, which is taken from the 2017. And we've also got the market that's so oversold. It's never been so oversold before. In fact, there's 3 times where it's been oversold. And that's all we've really got to go by, is to tell where Bitcoin's. So it's almost like we've got technical indicators that are cancelling each other out. So for me, if you've got a number of technical indicators that are cancelling each other out, it's likely that we've got some more consolidation, and that consolidation could mean actually another leg down 40%, which again, that's not really consolidation, that's retracement. So we could still be in this retracement before we get consolidation, because the previous consolidations, which are all of these bear flags, have broken down, and we're at that point now where it's likely that we could see another breakdown because of the bear flag structures.
Okay, great, thanks Nathan. So now I just want to jump over to a quick clip from BC Backer. I'll talk over that and you can follow him, like and subscribe it. Over to you, Nathan. Thanks, Nathan. Here you can see Blockchain Backer describing the 200-week moving average and how we've dipped below it, but it looks like we may get back up above it. And we're also going to look at the amount that we've been oversold there, highlighted in the yellow. A lot, 3 times it's happened like that. And he's now also describing this fractal back from 2017 and overlaying it with our current situation about that market and how we've actually got that confluence there, and actually we should be coming out of that bear market because enough time has elapsed and this fractal has said so. So check out BC Backer. Okay, look, I want to jump back to these bear flags and see if we can paint a scenario where actually we're not going to get a leg down. See if there is anything typical. Nathan, charts please. Yeah, Nathan. Well, I found this from Think Markets. It's the GBP USD pair, and as you can see on the left-hand side, we've got a very similar pattern to Bitcoin USD, and I've just marked out that blue pole and the flag itself, and as you can see, it corrects and it comes below the previous swing high, as you see on the far left-hand side, and that's a very similar pattern to what we're getting with Bitcoin currently. So I actually anticipate and expect this to be playing out this similar sort of structure, as you can see, which is obviously turning bullish from the Think Markets. So back over to you, Nathan. You know, we could drop another 50% with Bitcoin, again another 50% with Stellar XLM. We could, but you can't pick bottoms and tops. It's so difficult. It's better to trade the trends, and the trend is your friend. At the moment, we're looking at a trend reversal. We've got a higher high and possibly higher lows. We've got a new swing high that's been printed recently. That is, in my opinion, a trend reversal. Now that trend reversal could be the actual flag and be a bull trap. It could be just out of that pattern alone. But I think with the other indicators, with the fractal and the way the bear market and the way the bear market fractals line up, less the percentage drops. They're not solid indicators, but less the percentage drops, and also the fact that we're so overbought indicates to me that there is a trend reversal in sight. The 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, with a little bit more consolidation, is likely to cross. Anyway, I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the Zion coin up there, like, subscribe, and check out the next video. See you in the next one.